Welcome back, subbies, or welcome to our channel. If you are new, I am Sherry, and welcome to Talk on This. Guys, if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell for more videos just like this. Leave us a comment. We love comments on this channel, and also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this episode. All right, let's get right into it. Kamala Devi Harris, born October 20th, 1964 in California, is the current Vice President of the United States. Now, she's the 49th Vice President, and she's the first female Vice President and the highest ranking female official in U.S. history. And she's black. Well, half black, half Indian. Her father was black, or is black. He is of Jamaican American descent, born in Jamaica, and her mother was born in India. So that makes her the first black Indian female official, highest ranking female official in U.S. history as well. This is an accomplishment by far. Now, she's the former Attorney General of California from 2011 to 2017. She's also a former U.S. Senator representing California from 2017 to 2021. She's also a Howard University grad and a University of California Hastings grad, College of Law. So she's a scholar, a politician, a lawyer, and she's also an author. She comes from very intelligent parents. Her mother was a biomedical scientist. Her father, economist and professor at Stanford University. Even her sister is an American lawyer, a political commentator, a political advisor, a writer. So Kamala Harris seems to have what it takes for the position that she has. And President Biden, who she is vice president to, has issues of his own. He is up in age and does not seem very well. So who knows if that opportunity may come for her to be president of the United States. Is she ready for that position? Does she have what it takes? From her education background, we see that she does have what it takes. But is she presenting that to us? Why are so many people talking about her in such a negative light? Is she managing the United States of America? And the critical social situations that need to be dealt with on a daily basis. Is she committed and is she invested to these social problems, worldly issues, that as a political leader she needs to be totally aware and totally invested in these situations for society as a whole, not just for the United States, but for the world? Is she showing that to us, or is she grasping at straws because she is in shock of her rise to fame, so to speak? This just reminds me of a passage in scripture from Samuel 8, verse 19 to 21. And it said, "But the people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we want a king over us. Then we will be like the other nations, with a king to lead us and go out before us and fight our battles." When Samuel heard what the people said, he repeated it before the Lord, and the Lord answered, "Listen to them and give them a king." The Israelites had a king. God was their king, but they wanted and they pleaded for a tangible king. And so God said, "We'll give them what they want." The U.S. voted for President Biden. The U.S. voted for Vice President Kamala Harris. And the United States has gotten what it has asked for. Is this the right choice? Well, let's take a look.
For us at every moment in time,
we'll get
and
back
certainly
and
this
talk on
one,
this.
to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in the history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future. We also recognize, just as it has been in the United States for Jamaica, one of the issues that has been presented as an issue that is economic in the way of its impact has been the pandemic. So to that end, we are announcing today also that we will assist Jamaica in COVID recovery by assisting in terms of the recovery efforts in Jamaica that have been essential to, I believe, what is necessary to strengthen not only the issue of public health, but also the economy.
My fellow Americans, words have many meanings, and sometimes instead of conveying our meaning, they can suggest other meanings.
When we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
Well, we are the United States of America because we are united. And we are states.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time. Right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time. I like to think about a lot of things in the context of a Venn diagram. I love Venn diagrams. Always ask, is there a Venn diagram for this? I'm telling you, it's fascinating when you do. So Venn diagram, those three circles, right? And if you want to add some more circles to the Venn diagram, the solutions also look like what we need to do to invest in a clean energy economy.
That's what it is. It's just like the passage of time. That's when time passages and passing, and it's passing time. I didn't make that
I
up.
think that, to be very honest with you, I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled. Certain issues are just settled.
Clearly we're not.
No, that's right. And that's why I do believe that we are living, sadly, in real unsettled times. Together, we are expanding access to transportation. Seems like maybe it's a small issue, it's a big issue. You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
For a treat, kids, because this week Kamala is going to explain space travel.
Bob and Doug returned to the Kennedy Space Center. They suited up, they waved to their families, and they rode an elevator up nearly 20 stories. They strapped in to their seats and waited as the tanks beneath them filled with tens of thousands of gallons of fuel. And then they launched. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they launched.
It feels to me like one of those sort of Zen paradoxes. What do you have when you have a fight between a babbling idiot president and his babbling moron of a vice president? Everything that they said about Dan Quayle, Sarah Palin over the years as being these terribly dangerous, vice presidential picks. Well, they've all come true with Kamala Harris here. I mean,
I represent the whole of the United States of America.
Somebody stop me!
Before we get to all that,
I am Kamala Harris.
my name is Vice President Kamala Harris, first woman VP.
My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
My pronouns are she and her. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I'm wearing a blue suit, one of many. My pants are Old Navy, and school buses are yellow.
Because think about it, yellow school buses are our nation's largest form of mass transit.
Kamala Harris, or Kamala Harris, depending on the day, is officially in charge of it. She's our border czar. That's what Joe Biden says. But she doesn't seem very interested in the job. Instead, she spent the last week filming a truly bizarre video for World Space Week. But don't take our word for it. Here it is.
I just love the idea of exploring the unknown. And then there's other things that we just haven't figured out or discovered yet. To think about so much that's out there that we still have to learn. Like, I love that. I love that. And so I'm very excited about the Space Council. We're going to learn so much as we increasingly, I think, are curious and interested in the potential for the discoveries and the work we can do in space. So that's one of the things I'm most excited about. But the other, you guys are going to see, you're going to literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes. Oh my goodness. With your own eyes, I'm telling you, it is going to be unbelievable.
So for humanitarian reasons, we're not going to play you that whole video, but it's online. If you dare, look it up. Watch it again. Watch your own soul die as you do. It's the fakest thing that's ever been caught on video, but in fact, it's even faker than it looks. We've just learned that one of the kids that Kamala Harris was lecturing at is in fact not a normal kid. He's a child actor called Trevor who auditioned for that role. No political party that believed in democracy and thought it had to win over voters would ever put up someone like Kamala or Kamala Harris for office. So what does this tell us?
The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. And it is an alliance that is strong and enduring.
So struck by the North Korea gaffe that basically not a single article in the mainstream press in the US about that gaffe. Of course, it was covered by, I think, briefly the New York Post, but that was pretty much it. Not the Washington Post, not the New York Times. It did not happen. Now, just imagine if Donald Trump or Mike Pence had said that just for 1 second. It would have been weeks, months of articles. So there's extraordinary bias here in the US media, which means that Americans don't, at least many of them, don't even know that these gaffes have happened.
The Biden administration announced last week it would act to ensure artificial intelligence does not replace humanity. The bad news is that Kamala Harris will be in charge of humanity's response. The fate of humanity rests with an idiot. We're doomed.
Who knows what the problem is with Kamala Harris? Maybe she does not know how to handle her new status. Maybe she feels intimidated. Maybe she has personal problems. Or maybe she just feels like she has arrived and she doesn't have to push harder, any harder. But one thing we do know is that Jesus told us in John 14:15, if you love me, you will obey what I command. And those that do not follow and do not stand for what the gospel of Jesus Christ says, if they do not stand for these policies and commands, as Romans 1 tells us, he will give them over to their sin and their thinking will become futile. Maybe this is what's happening. Anyway, guys, until the next video, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.